Alright, so I wasn't going to make this video. However, I feel that it's needed. Okay? So, I didn't want people knowing that I have firearms because the world we live in today is so anti-2A, it's sickening. It's our Second Amendment right, and I value that right. Just like I have family that values that right, I have friends that value that right, so on and so forth. I am passionate about we'll call it the pew-pew industry for YouTube's sake, and I'm so passionate. I want to give a shout out to Brandon Herrera, the AK guy, Kentucky Ballistics, Scott, who has the same name as me, and, Grant and a bunch of others who put in their YouTube videos the SDI. And for those of you who don't know, that's the SONORAN Desert Institute for Firearm Technology. Or the, I forget the name of it, but they also have a drone program. Probably a few others, I don't know. But I'm a very private person. I have a style rifle that I don't particularly advertise because of the grief that it gets. People say, oh, it's an assault rifle, it's an assault rifle. No, the AR, stands for armor light, not assault rifle. An assault rifle is a firearm that shoots fully automatic, not semi-automatic, fully automatic. The civilian market is not allowed to own a full auto. Therefore, it is not an assault rifle. And even if it was, the AR does not stand for assault rifle. It stands for armor light. Now, I'm not going to put this person on blast because I'm not that kind of person. But we'll say for all intended purposes that there is a unknown individual in the town that I live in who got pissed off at me because I wouldn't be their counselor. And so they went and falsified a police report stating that I was not only harassing them, but that I had a heavily modified illegal firearm. To the point where the police came to my house, I had to let them go through my phone, to prove that I was not harassing said person who also likes to stalk people, apparently. This person is a stalker, okay? And I insisted that these police officers come into my house and look at said firearm. Because they didn't want to. They know this individual. They know he lies. I'm assuming that they were assuming that he lies because he's got a reputation. I'm not going to speak on their behalf. They finally come into my house, okay? They look at my firearm. And I'm not going to disclose their names or what town or any of that, but one of them says, oh, that's a nice rifle, bud. And the other one says, there's nothing heavily modified or illegal about your rifle. If anything, it is New York State compliant. I have what is called a Juggernaut Tactical Hellfighter mod kit on it, I believe is what it is. So what that does is it locks the magazine in, and the only way to take that magazine out is by separating the upper and the lower by about, I want to say that much, so that you cannot pull the charging handle back. It makes the firearm inoperable, or the pew-pew, okay? So this individual, I filed a FOIL request, and come to find out, yeah, he straight up lied to the cops. Now, again, don't mind the mess. Let me turn the light on. With the SONORAN Desert Institute for Firearm Technology. This is my workbench. I had to go and buy this for my Kydex lab. which is, hopefully I don't drop everything, right here, SDI, Kydex Lab, holster making. I got the Kydex right there. This is my part of my general work setup. I got gunsmithing stuff down here. This is cleaning kit. This is my tool kit for my gunsmithing stuff that SDI sends. You know, I got my armor's wrench, tools. Come over here, you got the Dremel that they sent. Okay. I got books upon books upon books. Well, not this one, my dad sent me that one. But irregardless, you know, physical science, that's just something I have to take. I got the business, that's something I have to take. We got maintenance and accessorizing firearms. We've got center fire rifles, assembly and disassembly. We've got, hold on a minute here. Tactical small arms of the 21st century. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Bolt action rifles and I can't say that word. Accurizing and maintenance. English stuff. Shooter's Bible. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So, and then I made my, don't mind my bougie, you know, this is here for when I do the Kydex because I don't want to heat it up, you know, on the wood. But, I mean, I'm sitting here, and I think I'm paying with grants and everything. I think the college comes out to $28,000, okay? Now, that's not including what I just had to pay for something else in regards to firearms that I'm applying for also, which I'm not going to get into at the moment. However, you know, I'm paying a lot of fucking money, excuse my language, to do this. And because one person got butthurt that I wouldn't be their counselor, okay, they tried to ruin my life. You know, if the cops had been like, and I support the police fully, but there are police officers out there that do their job, you know, more intently than others. And I say that because, like, if you go to a major city, which I understand, they will not just ask questions, okay? They will take your firearm and ask questions later. So, I want to thank these two individuals, whose names I'm not going to mention, for asking to see it, you know, not just taking it and asking questions later, giving me the time to explain, show them. But if it had been anywhere else in the world, they would have just taken that, and there's a possibility that they could have been like, no, you're not getting it back. And then next thing you know, I'm paying $28,000 for college or whatever it is for no reason. So to the individual out there who got butthurt and lied to the police, I have no regards for you, want you nowhere in my life anymore. You are not welcome back in my life. I am acting as if I don't know you. You are a grimy POS. And now I understand why the certain individual that you like to stalk wants nothing to do with you, okay? You blame everyone else for your actions, and you take no accountability for anything. So to you, my ex-friend, don't call me, don't text me, nothing. Don't say hi to me in public. I want nothing to do with you. Like, I heavily support the Second Amendment. Heavily support the Second Amendment. To the extent where I have stuff hanging up on my wall. Can't show you that. That's the FOIL request. Again, I'm not going to put this individual on blast as much as I would like to. But I'm a very private person. I don't like people knowing that I have firearms because the world we live in today, they will stop at nothing to try and take. I mean, as it is, there's a certain governor where I live who is trying to pass more laws forcing you to get, I believe what I read was $1 million liability insurance policy. And they made it so you can't even get insurance a few years ago in the state that I live in, okay? I mean, it's absurd, you know, and it's gotten to the point where I want to move out of the state that I live in to a state like Texas, Kentucky, because I don't understand it. And this is a little bit of me going on a rant here. But I'm not paying $28,000 or more to go to a gunsmith in college for some person who got a bug up there, you know what, to turn around and try and ruin my life. So to that person, I wish the best for you in life. I wish no ill intentions on you, but I want nothing to do with you. And to anyone out there wanting to get into the Second Amendment, you know, wanting to get into pew-pews, wanting to learn, wanting to go hunting, I say go for it. If you're passionate about it, I say go check out the SONORAN Desert Institute for Firearm Technology. They're a great school, okay? They've been real good to me. And, yeah, I hope everyone has a great day, and Merry Christmas in advance. But I felt this topic needed attention, because there are people in this world that will stop at nothing to try and take that away from you. And I fully support people like Brandon Herrera, Matt Carriker from Demolition Ranch, Scott from Kentucky Ballistics, and a bunch of other great YouTubers out there. Shout out to all of them. Andrew Flair, he's another one I watch. Proud of all of these guys. They've come a long way. So with that, Merry Christmas. Have a great day. And I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep doing me. And I ain't letting no one get in my way. So, peace out, y'all.